is that people will win regardless of whether you think it's fair or not. Okay, sometimes it's like you did something but you did not get the credit, or you wanted an appraisal that somebody else got, or maybe you applied to a job position but somebody else got it because of a reference or something. Okay, so you Hey everyone, welcome back to day 28 of 31 days life overhaul that I have been doing here on my channel for quite some while, and I'm super excited because this series is going to be over super soon. But I will be coming back with new videos thrice a week to help you level up your life, to help you get more organized and have systems in your life so that you can actually enjoy your life and not be just in that hustle mode and having your life all over the place. Yes, there are times when you cannot balance everything, but my idea is that you can always do little things, make little changes and shifts in your life so that you can have that inflow of good energy and be more happy and like spend more time with your family, your loved ones. You should actually be feeling fulfilled at the end of the day, and there's always scope of improvement. That's my whole objective. That's why this channel is here. That's what I'm helping you with. So if you haven't already, click subscribe and make sure your notifications are turned on so that you are notified every time I post a new video. And I'm going to dive straight into today's topic. How many times have you felt threatened or discouraged to see another person thrive at workplace, or maybe somebody else who is in the same industry as you? I mean, some other business who is in the same industry as you, like having more clients, or maybe they started like after you started and now they are thriving, and you think that you are lagging behind or you are not making as much progress as they have. And I want you to honestly answer this question to yourself, because this is what we are going to talk about today: how to tackle competition at workplace, or how to tackle competition in business and like your professional life. And whether you are working in a corporate job, whether you own a business, whether you are an artist or creative, number one thing that I want you to understand is that before you start comparing yourself with other people or their achievements or the kind of compensation they are getting, I really want you to focus on setting your own goals and defining for yourself that what winning looks like for you. What is winning for you? It cannot be letting somebody else down. It cannot be like you getting more appreciation than somebody else. Okay? It cannot be like making more revenue than the business you are competing with. Okay, you can just use it for like certain metrics, maybe just to see where you stand in the marketplace or where you stand in your organization maybe. But you need to first ask yourself that what are your goals, what would be winning for you, whether it's getting like a certain revenue in your business, or whether it's like getting a certain designation at your workplace, or maybe making certain impact in the world. When you see other people getting success, or when you see like other businesses doing better than you, or maybe somebody else getting more appreciation or credit or fame for something, maybe that's something that you think you deserve more. Okay, stuff like that. It's so easy to carried away by those distractions, those comparisons, that you can totally lose track of, you can totally lose sight of like what you actually want for yourself, what your core values are. And again, I'm trying to bring some awareness to you before you start thinking about the competition which is out there, which is going to be there, which is actually healthy. Okay, but only if you are more focused and you are more clear on what you want for yourself. Another important thing that I want you to focus on is that get over the idea that if someone else is succeeding means you are failing. It's not the case. Okay, in fact, if someone else is winning, it's a proof that you can win too. You can have similar success or even better success than what that person is having. having. Now people will win regardless of whether you think it's fair or not. Okay, sometimes it's like you did something but you did not get the credit, or you wanted an appraisal that somebody else got, or maybe you applied to a job position but somebody else got it because of a reference or something. Okay, so you will find people winning in ways which is not fair. Okay, now that does not mean that I'm asking you to do anything to win. I'm not asking you to do anything shady or do something like wrong to somebody or like be unfair or be unethical. I'm not talking about that. I'm just telling you, if somebody wins and for some reason you feel that that's unfair, I just want you to get out of that victim mindset. If something like that happens to you, just find your way out, find your way to win. Okay, don't think that just because I'm putting in the hard work or just because I'm doing the right things, I'm supposed to win. You cannot take winning for granted. I also want you to be aware of the fact that the dynamics of relationships in companies, organizations, and businesses or business client relationships, these are changing very, very rapidly, and having a win-win outcome for all the parties involved has to be the objective. Okay, this is the only strategy that can help you win and grow and like sustain your growth and happiness at your workplace or your business in the long haul. So for example, if you are a leader in some capacity, maybe you are an entrepreneur or solopreneur, then you have to keep interests of your clients, your employees, or maybe your business partners. You have to keep their interests in mind. You have to work for them, keeping their best interests in mind as well, as much as you expect them to work for you with all their heart and all their passion, right? So you have to keep these things in mind. And if you are someone who is trying to climb up the corporate ladder or maybe trying to make your name in your organization, then you should be able to set goals for yourself. Then you should be able to have your own system. You should be able to have your own strong work ethic. So next time you complain about a team member or a boss or a colleague or a client or a business partner or just anyone, I really want you to assess yourself first. Okay, yes, you have to take other things into consideration, the kind of environment you're working in and the kind of people you're working with and all that stuff, but I want you to focus on yourself first and very, very honestly assess yourself. Okay, so I'm going to give you some prompts that you can reflect on, maybe once you're done watching this video, or like anytime you feel like something is not fair and like you are not able to handle the competition for some reason, or like it's too much, it's overwhelming. I really want you to sit down with yourself and try to reflect on certain questions. Okay, so ask yourself, how are you showing up at your workplace? How are you showing up in your business? What's your energy like? What's your work ethic like? Are you doing your duties responsibly and sincerely? Are you taking accountability for your actions? And another important thing that you need to ask yourself every now and then is that, have you set boundaries with your colleagues and bosses, or maybe your business partners or your client? This is really, really important, you guys. Often I have seen people talk about being taken advantage of, or like being exploited at work and stuff like that, but for the most part it's your fault because you are not being confident in yourself in setting boundaries. Okay, even if you are working under somebody else, that does not mean that you cannot have boundaries. Okay, if you are working in a company, in an organization, if you're working as a freelancer for somebody, you have to set your boundaries. If you are not doing that, then you are to blame before you blame somebody else. Okay, so another important question that you need to ask yourself is that, are you being appreciated enough? Are you being compensated enough according to you at your workplace? I'm not talking about comparison again, that if that person is getting that much salary or that much compensation, then I should be getting that. What is your standard? What do you think is your worth? Just think about, what do you bring to the table, and what do you think it's worth, not as per industry standards, not as per like what your peers are getting and stuff like that. What do you think you and your skills are worth? And if you are working in a place where you feel that you are not appreciated no matter what you do, if you are working in a place where you feel you're not respected, you're not like compensated the way you should, that's a recipe for disaster. Okay, when we start working a job or we start a business, the initial phases you cannot be really sure of things. Okay, so a little trial and error is fine. Okay, you, or maybe sometimes you work just for the sake of experience, that's also fine. But at a certain point, when you start feeling again and again, days after days, weeks after weeks, months after months, and even years after years, if you are feeling the same thing, that you are not being appreciated enough, that you are not being compensated enough for what you deserve, then you really need to do something about it. Either you ask for a raise, either you level up, or like upgrade your skills, or change a job, change a career, start a different business. Whatever you think is the right thing for you to do, you have to do something about it. Because if you continue to work into an environment where you feel unappreciated, that feeling of unworthiness is going to crawl into other areas of your life, and it's going to look ugly. So you cannot really ignore that. Don't be discouraged. Okay, if you think that you are not really getting compensated for the value you bring to your organization or business or whatsoever, I'm reminding you, okay, so that you can do something about it. The power is inside you. I want you to understand that. Once you realize that, okay, this is wrong, I need to fix that, if you really put in the action and the efforts, you can do that. Yes, the process can be sometimes difficult, sometimes little lonely, sometimes little ugly, sometimes it can be a bit of a struggle, but it's better to move to a better position in life and have some tough times than rather than being stuck in like that constant state where you don't feel good at the end of the day. And I want to remind you once again that you no more have to live in a cocoon. We are living in a world of possibilities, you guys. Don't limit yourself. Don't put like cap to what you can earn or how you make your livelihood and things like that. Okay, there is enough abundance for everyone who is here on this planet. Okay, I mean, just break out of your shell and just start exploring what's possible for you. But again, it starts with you defining for yourself that what do you want, what's your idea of success, what is your idea of winning. Okay, stop thinking about the feasibility. Yes, the feasibility factor has to be considered, but if you don't even visualize what is possible for you, what you can do, or how far you can go, then you will always be in that little shell of yours and you won't get to your fullest potential. And that's my whole channel is about. I want you to step up in your life. I want you to stop living a life of mediocrity, and that does not mean how much money you earn. What I mean is that you should always strive for the best life possible. Okay, again, it's going to look different for each one of us, but I really hope that this video can like give you a little boost, maybe a little push, and maybe a little opportunity to reflect on where you are in your journey, how you handle competition, how you handle things at work, in your business, so that you can go to that next level. So that's what I want for you guys. So I'll see you tomorrow with another video, sending you love, light and good vibes. Bye bye.